Consistency day 113. It's time to start trusting yourself again. Somewhere along the way, you stop trusting yourself. You stop believing that you're good enough. It could have been a failure, some setback, could have been something that somebody said, their opinion, you let it affect you, even though they've never walked in your shoes or achieved the things that you want to achieve. But you let it get to you, and you stopped believing what you're capable of. You started doubting yourself. You started being too cautious in life, cautious in your relationships, in your career, in your job, in your finances, in your, all these things. You started playing it small, and ultimately it's hurting you. You question every decision you make. You're unsure of yourself, when trying to, like I said, decide where you put your time, energy, and even just, trusting yourself, like you're not doing it. And I think, we let things get to us. We let people's opinions really shape things about us, or like bad experiences. Like we had one relationship where it didn't work out, and now we go through life seeing one negative or one thing that one person, one quality that one person had, and we let that be the red flag that we throw up, and we're just too cautious. We're just too like, I'm not going to do that. That doesn't mean be cautious and like actually notice like, okay, well, that person has a red flag that somebody else I know has. Let me just keep an eye on that, versus you're just like, I'm not going to date anymore because you got hurt once. Like, how much sense does that make? You get hurt at 18 years old, so now you're not going to date the rest of your life. You're never going to try to get married or have kids or anything because you got hurt once. Or you had a bad experience with trying to start your own business. You failed one business, but they say the average, millionaire from businesses, they start like 9 businesses in their career. So like, I think too many times we let one bad experience hurt us, and now we start questioning our own, self-worth, our own decision-making, our own, enter what you want to enter. And I think we need to start believing in ourselves again and start trusting ourselves. Like, hey, yeah, you might have made a decision that hurt you, but that was still learning. That was still a lesson in time in order for you to maybe improve your decision-making, maybe learn a lesson that's going to help you in the future. Maybe you needed that failure to teach you something. You needed that heartbreak. But I think too many times we take it as a negative, and we just like play hurt. We play, we live and like have this learned helplessness versus seeing it as a growing, something, a way to grow. And here's the thing. You've already done hard things. You've already, survived traumatic experiences. You've survived pain. You survived hurt. You survived betrayal. You've survived the nights you thought you never would, and you're still standing, and you're stronger than anything that's tried to kill you. And your life and your scars, for that matter, are all beautiful. All these things that you overcame, they're part of your story. And it's time to start telling it. Start to like, let that be a win. Like, let's use war. You got shot, or you got a bow and arrow in your shoulder. Like, you were hurt, you were wounded, but you survived. Like, yeah, you have a scar from that gunshot or from that arrow being shot into you, but like, you survived it. So now you're stronger, and now you have war stories to tell. And now you're a symbol of strength. And you did something one time, you could do it 100 times. Like, you survived a battle once, you could survive 100 battles, 100 wars. So stop letting your bad days, your failures, your shortcomings affect you. Like, look at that as a building block to the future you want. Look at that as a growing, like that you grew, and that it's continuous growing opportunities, and that you learned something from it. And start trusting yourself again. Like, just because you made one decision where you got hurt doesn't mean you can't make another decision. Like, start believing in yourself again. Start trusting in yourself again. And it's going to lead you down the path that you ultimately want. Because eventually you'll start seeing things that align with your soul and your spirit, and it will make sense. You just have to make some bad decisions. We all do. We all make mistakes. But that's proof that you're trying. That's proof that you're trying to grow. And if you don't repeat the same mistakes over and over, you'll be more efficient, smarter, and better going forward for it. So it's time you start trusting yourself. Trust your spirit. Trust your gut instinct. Trust these things, and you'll live a great life because of it. And I wish you peace and blessings on your journey.